Hiya. Thought what I would do today is just take a wee moment just to do a bit of like Qi Gong and kind of building Qi and removing blockage exercises. This is what I started with, okay. Bearing in mind that I was so ill that I could barely walk, okay. So this is what I started with, and sometimes when I would come across a blockage I would feel really, really ill, I'd feel sick, okay. Nausea was absolutely horrendous. Sometimes I would have to stop what I was doing and lie down. Sometimes I could just work my way through it. Other times I could go right through to the end of the exercise and then go and lie down. So just listen to your body and just see how it feels. Okay. So just sit comfortably. You don't have to sit cross-legged. You can sit on a chair. Just bring yourself towards the front of the chair. Okay. Have a bit of space round behind you. Just have your spine is to be straight but not rigid. Rest your hands on your thighs, palms facing upwards. Just minimises any sensations in the palms. Feet are nice and flat on the floor. Or you can sit cross-legged, whatever is comfortable for you. And gently close your eyes or just drop your gaze down. Just a little spot on the floor. Just be aware of your breathing. An awareness of it. You're not wanting to change your breath at this moment. Witness the breath coming in and out through the nostrils. And we're just going to take the breath a bit deeper. We're going into a nice abdominal breath. So remember, if you're not used to taking the breath a bit deeper, you can get a little bit dizzy. Okay, so just be aware of that. And if that happens, just return to your normal breath. Okay, so usually just put one hand on the lower abdomen, one hand on the chest. Because this just helps you realise where you're taking that breath to. So as we breathe in, we're full capacity of the lungs, breathing in through the nose. Feel the bottom hand move and then the top hand. So that's the lungs filled. Breathing out, the bottom hand will move in first and then the top hand. So breathing in, bottom and then top. Breathing out, bottom moves and then the top hand. So it starts to feel like a nice little ripple, a wave starting to move through the body. I'm just introducing these exercises. You can do them for as long as you feel like. And what I usually do now is let that top hand slide down, let the thumbs connect across the belly button, index fingers will connect, and we'll focus in the centre of that triangle, which is the lower dantian, one of the energy centres. Still thinking about that abdominal breath, so breathing in, breathing out, you're focusing on the centre of your triangle. Breathing in, think about all that energy being brought into that point. Breathing out, you can always visualise it just starting to glow with energy. Breathe in, use the breath to bring the energy in. Breathe out, just feel it starting to spread. And again, this is just giving you an example of what you can do just with the breath. You can do this for as long as you feel like. And then we're going to let go of that abdominal breathing, but we're still going to have our focus on the centre of the triangle. This time as we breathe in, we're thinking of all that lovely energy we've gathered. Breathing in, pull it right through to the lower spine at the Ming Men. Okay, and as we breathe out, just feel that energy spreading across to the kidneys. We're charging those kidneys up. Breathing in, pull it through to the spine. Breathe out, feel it spread to the kidneys. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathe in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Hopefully you'll start to feel those kidneys starting to maybe have that nice glowing feeling. Might even feel that somebody's nice, just gently, just rubbing that lower back. And just let the hands go. As I say, you can continue any of these exercises for as long as you feel comfortable. Okay. And we're just going to move the body just a little bit now. So we're just going to gently rock the head from side to side just to release tension in the neck. Remember, these are all about removing blockages. Okay, we've calmed the mind with the breath. We're now going to start to remove the blockages by getting the body just to move a little. Tension in the body generally means that there will be blockages, stops your energy from flowing. If you're comfortable, rock your chin forward, roll the head over to one side, roll it back only if it's comfortable, rolling forward, back, roll it forward, bring it into centre. And we'll just reverse that little circle. Lovely. And just come back up to centre. Okay, so we're just going to start just to pinch your ears just to get things activated. A wee pinch between the thumb and the index. Pinching the ears all the way around. One more time. Okay, so we're just going to work around the eye socket. Okay, so it's the thumb and the index again. Just be aware if there's any little areas that are a bit sore. See, I had a little bit of a sore head earlier on, and a wee bit of gentle massage around here definitely helps. And we'll work our way around the lower part of the orbit of the eye. I usually like to do that wee wiggle from reflexology. Okay. Again, can be a wee bit sensitive, so just ease off. And then we're going to work our way into that lovely cheekbone. So from the ear, just find it. Again, we're just working with the thumb. Just a little gentle massage, bringing it down. And again, don't be surprised if there's some wee areas that are a bit sensitive, not only maybe some blockages and sinuses, but maybe if you've got a habit of clenching your jaw. So bring our hands down, we're going to follow the jaw now, into the ears and follow it down. Again, just be aware of how this feels all the way to the front. One more time. Lovely. So, just going to use your fingers this time. We're going to tap into that lovely ajna, into the centre of the eyebrows. Okay, we tap here, bringing it up over the crown of the head, all the way down to the back of the neck. And again, wakening up the Ren, the Do meridian, not the Ren. Okay, take one hand, a nice wee squeeze at the back of the neck, just get that neck to let go. Release tension, release any blockages. Over to the other side, still like a wee gentle squeeze. So just cup one elbow, make a little fist. So don't clench too hard, it's not a white knuckle ride, so it's nice wee soft fist, thumping into that shoulder nest area. Lots of tension here, so we want it to be released. Lovely, and we'll go over to the other side. And again with the fingers we're just going to tap down the centre of the chest into the thymus area, bring it all the way down the centre of the body. One more time. Okay, we'll just go into lung 1 and 2, just find that collarbone, there's a wee kind of dent there, it's about an inch underneath that. Again, if you make a little beak with the fingers, you can just have a little tap in that area. Just be aware of how that feels. A wee bit gentle. If it's a wee bit of a discomfort with it, just be on alert. Immune system's needing a little bit of attention. Over to the other side, just follow that collarbone and a little tap. Lovely. So from here, okay, what we're going to do is, say, if you're sitting with your feet flat on the floor, that's absolutely fine. I'm just going to bring one hand out. I'll just move the camera just a little notch so you can see. Okay, one hand out to the side of the body. Okay, another hand is just going to start to circle. And they're both going in the same direction. Imagine drying a plate. Okay, that's the best way. Okay, so we can do that to one side and then you turn your hands and we'll do it to the opposite side. So we can go back to the first side. See if you can turn the body just a little bit further. Okay, so what we're doing here, we're just trying to create a little spinal twist, okay, to release tension in the spine. So just a little bit of movement. And if you go nice and slowly, you'll start to feel the energy between the palms. And then we'll come into centre, we'll rotate the hands, and we're going to go in the opposite direction on this side. Just have that awareness, how does it feel? You might feel like your hands are actually gliding across something, even though you can't see it. Bring your hands into centre. You're just going to have the hands just separated maybe a couple of inches. See if you feel anything between those palms. I want you to visualise a figure of 8 between the hands. So it's going across the way. Okay. Now I like to visualise that contact point that that figure of 8 would make. So the top of the figure of 8 would have a little points here, and then it would go down and it would contact points on the opposite side. So there's 2 on each side. And just if you visualise it, you will actually start to feel the figure of 8. And we use the figure of 8 because it relates to your DNA. Okay, you think of that double helix in the DNA, every single cell has that figure of 8 running through it. So when you consciously think of a figure of 8, think of your DNA, think about your whole body, and think about your whole body just healing itself. It's almost like it's reaffirming that you understand what is going on in the body. And just affirming to yourself this gentle exercise, albeit it's a lot of visualisation, can and will help you. Remember, the power of positivity is absolutely amazing. The power of affirmation obviously ties into the positivity. Still visualising that figure of 8, one side and the other. Now I want you to just visualise a ball of energy between the hands. Perhaps you can start to feel that energy, it's warm, it's tingly. You might actually feel that you've got a little ball between the hands. As we breathe in, just let the arms extend. Breathe out, it's almost like you're squeezing that ball back down to its original size. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathe in. Breathing out. Bringing the hands closer together again. Visualise that ball. Just give it a little squeeze just to make that energy more apparent. It's your energy. Take the hands, you're holding the ball top to bottom, and again, just a little gentle squeeze. Feel that energy there. So you're holding the ball, that top hand, feel the energy. What you're going to do is just gently move that hand away. Think about it like a piece of elastic or a magnet. Gently, just moving away. And you might get out quite far, or you may just move a few inches before you lose that contact. Just see how you feel. centre of the palm is connecting with the centre of the other palm. Bringing the hands slowly back together. Feel the weight in that bottom hand of holding that ball of energy. I'm going to move that ball into the other hand, and I want you to feel as it moves in, it's almost like that bottom hand wants to drop a little because it's so heavy. Feel that energy. Give it a little squeeze again. And just like before, we're just going to extend that top hand away, just to feel that magnetic pull. Palm of the hand connecting with the other one. That energy is moving. Slowly bringing it back together. Again, just turn the palms to face each other. I'm going to move the hands into a figure of 8 now. Palms will always face each other. Bring it back to centre. I want you to just drop one hand to face the earth and the other one will face upwards initially. Okay, have it by the side of your body. I want you to feel a connection with the centre of the palm to the floor. Remember, if you're sitting, don't worry that it's far away from the floor. Just think about the centre of the palm, make connection with the earth. This other hand is just going to gently move into a figure of 8. And I want you to be aware of that palm that's facing the earth. How does it feel? Put your mind to the centre of that palm. You might start to feel warm, almost throbbing, kind of pulsing feeling. Remember, you can do this for as long as you feel like, and I'll just gently swap over, so let that palm face the earth and the other one will go into a figure of 8. How's that palm feel? That one that's facing the earth. From here, what we're going to do is just bring your hands to centre, have the palms facing upwards. Be aware of the centre of those palms. aware of that glowing feeling. You can do is you can visualise, either one hand at a time, from the centre of the palm, a nice figure of 8 working its way up, working its way around the wrist. So it's across the base of the fingers and across the wrist. Visualise a figure of 8. So you can do this for as long as you feel like. You can even bring that figure of 8 up the arm, entirely up to you. And another option that you can do is you can visualise it on your feet. You can visualise the figure of 8 just moving around the feet. Okay. You can do both at the same time if you feel you can multitask. Okay. See how you feel. It's all about figure of 8. It's all about just reconnecting with the body, our DNA, all our cells. And when you're ready with your exercises, bring the hands back in to that lower abdomen. Feel the energy being almost sent right through to that lower dantian, one of your energy centres. Feel it being stored here. It's just for you. You can tap into that energy at any point. You can send it to wherever you like in your body. And thanks for joining me.